Welcome to SATV News. This is Tushiamin. President Mohammad Shahabuddin and Prime Minister Tariq Rahman paid tributes to those killed in the Pilkhana massacre. The President and Prime Minister laid wreaths at the graves of the martyrs at the Banani military graveyard in the capital this morning. After laying wreaths, they joined a special prayer for the departed souls of the martyrs. The leader spoke with the family members of the martyrs and inquired about their well-being. On February 25th and 26, 2009, 74 people, including 57 army officers, were killed by mutinous members at the then BDR headquarters in Pilkhana, now BGB headquarters. In the case filed over the killings, the High Court sentenced 139 BDR members to death, 185 to life imprisonment, and acquitted 283. However, proceedings in the Explosive Substances Act case are still pending in the trial court. Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives Minister and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has said a neutral investigation and trial over the 2009 BDR killings at Pilkhana will be ensured. He made the remark this morning after laying a wreath at the graves of the martyrs at the Banani military graveyard in the capital. Mirza Fakhrul also said the BDR massacre was part of a deep conspiracy aimed at breaking Bangladesh's security system and destroying the morale of the army. Through a neutral investigation, both those directly responsible and the forces behind the scenes would be brought under the law and given strict punishment, added the LGRD minister. Meanwhile, Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed has said that the current government will not form a new commission to investigate the Pilkhana carnage. He also said the recommend actions of the National Independent Investigation Commission, which was formed by the interim government, will be implemented gradually. During the interim government, no significant steps were taken to implement this report, Salahuddin Ahmed added. The minister further noted that some ongoing cases are still in the appellate divisions and that judicial process will be completed. The Omar Ekushe Book Fair 2026, the country's largest annual literary event, will begin tomorrow. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman is scheduled to inaugurate the fair at 2 p.m. at the Bangla Academy premises, where he will also hand over the prestigious Bangla Academy Awards to the recipients. There is no threat of mob violence at this year's book fair, as extensive security measures remain in place to prevent any outward incidents, according to the police. Speaking during a press briefing at Sarwadi Uddan, Additional Commissioner of the DMP, MD Sarwar said law enforcement agencies were fully prepared in this regard. He added that DMP had adopted multi-layer security arrangements in and around the venue, including the Bangla Academy and nearby locations. Besides, a police control room has been set up inside the fairgrounds to monitor the area around the clock. Foreign Minister Dr. Khalidur Rahman left for Saudi Arabia earlier today on his maiden foreign tour since assuming office to attend an OIC foreign ministers level meeting in Jeddah on the situation in the occupied Palestinian territory. Prime Minister's advisor Humayun Kabir is accompanying the foreign minister during the visit. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation will hold an emergency meeting of its open-ended executive committee at the level of foreign ministers on Thursday at the OIC General Secretariat in Jeddah. The meeting will discuss recent decisions of the Israeli occupation authorities aimed at promoting settlement expansion, annexation and attempts to impose alleged Israeli sovereignty over the occupied West Bank. Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman today visited the graves of the army personnel martyred during the Pilkhana massacre at the military cemetery in Banani, Dhaka. Dr. Shafiqur Rahman entered the graveyard at around 12:30 p.m. Other party leaders and activists were also with him at the time. He led a special prayer at the graves of the martyrs and prayed for the forgiveness of their souls. Jamaat leaders and activists were also present at the time. We're just taking a short break. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome to International Affairs, and my name is Shamsul Alam Pantha.
I don't see an easy resolution to this because every slight deviation from the plan,
opening an open war conflict with them,
testing nuclear missiles,
Russia's announcement of these supposedly successful testing,
special and exclusive footage that is being played on SATV screen,
really coming to terms with Hamas.
Damage estimated between this entire issue.
President Trump is expected to hold bilateral talks.
preserving biodiversity and tackling climate change.
We cannot protect the planet before we negotiate peace.
Where is it going? Is it understanding the needs of its people before the needs of this global world?
For China to come to agreement,
They will face better projects.
With presidency of China and President Lee of South Korea.
Trump's White House that is in favor of these things.
simply not enough action being taken to address the problem of fossil fuels.
What their plan initially is towards the Caribbean, a place that has been met with two types of disasters.
Bangladeshi students at the same level of opportunity internationally and domestically.
International Affairs. Watch every Sunday to Thursday at 2 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. US President Donald Trump issued a fresh warning to Iran on Tuesday as he delivered his State of the Union address to a joint session of Congress. Iran has already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and US bases overseas, Trump said, adding that Iran is working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. They were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, in particular nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, he added. At the same time, the US president said Iran has not assured him that it will not develop nuclear weapons. Iran is close to a deal with China to purchase anti-ship cruise missile, just as the United States deploys a vast naval force near the Iranian coast ahead of the possible strikes on the Islamic Republic. The deal for the Chinese CM-302 missile is near completion, though no delivery date has been agreed, according to sources. The supersonic missiles have a range of about 290 kilometers and are designed to evade shipborne defenses by flying low and fast. Their deployment would significantly enhance Iran's strike capabilities and pose a threat to US naval forces in the region. Negotiations with China to buy the missile weapon systems, which began at least 2 years ago, accelerated sharply after the 12-day war between Israel and Iran in June. As talks entered their final stages last summer, senior Iranian military and government officials traveled to China, including Masoud Orayi, Iran's deputy defense minister, sources revealed. A Japanese national has been detained in Iran and must be swiftly released, the Japanese government said on Wednesday. The person was detained on January 20th, Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary Masanao Ozaki told reporters at a regular news conference in Tokyo. He gave no further details. Radio Free Europe earlier reported that Shinosuke Washishima, the Tehran bureau chief of Japan's public broadcaster NHK, had been arrested by Iran and transferred to a Tehran prison. NHK declined to confirm that an employee of theirs had been detained. 4 killed in drone attacks on Russia's Somosny region, governor says. Ukrainian negotiations to meet US team on Thursday, Zelensky says. Ukrainian negotiators will meet U.S. official on Thursday to discuss the prosperity package at the country's post-war construction, President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Wednesday. Zelensky told reporters in a WhatsApp media chat that the teams would also discuss preparations for a trilateral meeting that would include Russia, adding that Kyiv hoped it would take place in early March. Tomorrow he will meet with American negotiators Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Zelensky told a group of reporters, adding that the meeting was part of preparations for a trilateral meeting with Russia, which we believe will take place in early March. Umerov's advisor added the meeting on Thursday would be in Geneva. 4 employees of a fertilizer factory were killed and 10 wounded in a Ukrainian drone attack in the Molesk region of western Russia, local governor Vasily Akony said on his Telegram channel. Peruvian President Jose Maria Balcázar swore in his new cabinet on Tuesday. Economy Minister Denise Morales was tapped to lead the cabinet and was sworn in as Prime Minister. Gerardo Lopez Gonzalez was appointed as her replacement at the Economy and Finance Ministry. Hugo Bigazo de Bedoa, a retired weapons officer of Peru's National Police, according to the government, was appointed Interior Minister. Hugo de Gela Martinez was reappointed Foreign Minister. 83-year-old Balcázar, who has faced backlash over comments about child marriage, became Peru's new leader after Congress elected him to serve as interim president following the removal of Jose Jerry. The left-wing lawmaker assumes the presidency at a moment of deep political volatility and public distrust. He will serve on as interim basis until the winning candidate of general election on April 12 and an expected runoff vote in June takes office on July 28.
En la página web de la Presidencia del Consejo de Ministros.
You're updated with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with us.